Сайн байцгаана уу хүнд үзэгчдээ. Өнөөдөр манай дефакто нэвтрүүлгийн зочноор Тайланд улсаас Монгол улсад суугаа онц бөгөөд бүрэн эрхт элчин сайд ноён Пирия Хемпон оролцож байна.
Пирия Хемпон Тайландын Хаант улсаас Монгол улсад суух онц бөгөөд бүрэн эрхт элчин сайд. Пирия Хемпон Лондонгийн эдийн засаг улс төрийн шинжилгээ ухааны сургуулийг олон улсын харилцааны магистрийн зэрэгтээ төгссөн. Тэрээр Тайландын Хаант улсаас Йордны Аммандах элчин сайд, мөн улсаас бүгд найрамдах Ард улсад суух онц бөгөөд бүрэн эрхт элчин сайд, Америкийн нэгдсэн улс дахь Тайландын консул зэрэг дипломат албан тушаалыг хашиж байжээ. Пирия Хемпон Тайландын Хаант улсын гадаад харилцааны яамд мэдээллийн газрын ерөнхий захирал зэрэг удирдах дээд албан тушаал хашиж байжээ.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Mongolia.
Thank you very much.
You are now officially the ambassador, de jure ambassador to Mongolia.
Yes, I am official now.
But however, you have been a very experienced diplomat. You have been to other countries as a diplomat, many years experience in foreign relations. Now you are with Mongolia. How do you find today the relations between two countries at the political level, economic level, and the people's level?
Our two countries are very similar in many ways. We are medium-sized country. We are developing countries. We are quite the same in agricultural country. We have poverty in our two countries that we have to get rid of. We are advancing, coping with all the challenges ahead. Those are the things that we are the reason why we have to be coming together. We have to cooperate more. We are really in this region, and we are in the ASEAN countries. We want to bring, ASEAN to as a place where we can join, we can be beneficial to other countries. I know that Mongolian is looking forward to join the regional grouping. Right now, Mongolia is very actively participating in some activities in ASEAN. So this region is blessed with all of us coming together in ASEAN, in in the East Asia cooperations. I think the future looks very nice, looks very good for Mongolia to be outward looking, trying to make benefit, try to gain opportunities from the external environment.
Indeed, we have quite, not that long, but quite intensive years of cooperation in diplomatic relations, political relations, also economic relations. And please tell us some particular cases of that.
Well, our two countries has been close in a close link in terms of high-level visits. Regularly, our prime ministers come to visit Mongolia twice. Two prime ministers came, and your leaders also visit us from time to time. Your foreign minister, if I can cite one good example, he is able to speak Thai with me. He is a very capable man, an international person, and with him we discussed a lot. Back about 12 days ago, I was here with the bilateral committee, sitting and talking with the high-level officials of Mongolia on promoting our bilateral cooperation. I had a chance to discuss with the foreign minister. That's why I think he is a very capable man, and he gave us some particular ideas how we can move ahead our closer cooperations. At that time, if I can say more, we sit down and identify a few areas of priority that our two countries can be cooperating on. First, agricultural section element, tourism, of course, investment, and also other areas of cooperation, technical cooperations. These are the first two first 4 priorities area that we can cooperate. But there's a lot more, in terms of expanding. Let's start with these 4 aspects. The agriculture, I know you have all kinds of livestock that you are strong in, and you have plenty of arable land that can grow crops. We have our conglomerate like Zheng Ta CP, who are the experts in agricultural industries. They can probably look for investment. We have to bridge the investor and the Mongolian counterpart together to be able to get more cooperation investment. We are planning, after this meeting that I talk about, we plan to arrange for delegations to come from Thailand and from Mongolia to go there. More and more, we need to have business delegation and investors coming and going between us to our 2 countries. Tourism, definitely, this is has a very good potential in the future, because after I've been here, I know this country is a very scenic country, peaceful, and has varieties of adventurous tourism or green tourism that we can cooperate with. And the thing is that we don't have the direct flight yet. We only have, from time to time, direct flight from Ulaanbaatar to Bangkok, only during the winter time. Now we need to bring more, maybe low-cost airline to open them up to this market. And I think it has a lot of potentials. It can be linked with the other market. The Mongolia destination can be linked with, let's say, Korea or Japan. It can be an additional market, additional destination to the already a good package.
Anything is being done?
Not yet. We are thinking of this. We will be arranging for know-how exchange between Thailand and Mongolian team.
How late it should be done?
Well, we'll be working on it. Me and my counterpart, your ambassador in Thailand. We probably need to have the joint promotion. That can be done quickly. The joint promotion. Our tourism office in Beijing can help. We can have a program, drawn so that we can introduce program to the tour group, the tour agency. That is the first thing that we can do quickly.
In particular for Mongolians, due to our cold weather in winter.
You can have winter sports
here, but many Mongolians can go to your country, where the winter is really paradise.
It is something like this, that we need to introduce. We need to open up more of Mongolia. What is the wonder of Mongolia? You yourself has to also identify your wonderful places that you want to introduce to the market. We can help with market side, the supply side. We can help, because some of the tourists that come to Thailand may want to go on to another country. Maybe they want some adventurous destination that they want to go on. They may not want to go to the big country. They want to go to the medium-sized country. Then you have to identify your tourism, places also. Maybe we need to be more creative. Maybe something of a horse riding or horse breeding, some kind of down to the adventurous tourism. In Thailand, for example, we have the cooking class, which before we never thought it's going to be the product, the tourism product. Now foreigners wants to go to Thailand to do the cooking class, to enjoy cooking, and probably also feeding the elephant. Long before, we never thought that those would be an interested kind of thing that they be. So we are exploring more and more market on our side. Likewise, I'd like you or authorities in charge of tourism in Mongolia to do the identification of anything that you want to introduce to the world.
Many Mongolians go in winter for tourism, for beach, to Phuket, to Pattaya, and also people used to go a lot more to hospital, clinics, or checking. And nowadays, Bumrungrad is already in Mongolia. They are all part of our Korean initially initiated hospital. And now more people go there. And it's already there is a connection, there's a lot of knowledge. And I like the idea of the tourism being creative, trekking, horse racing. And I thought also for Mongolians, golfers can go in winter to Thailand, but your golfers can come like Koreans do. In particular, last summer, when it was very hot in Southeast Asia, many Koreans came to play golf.
Yes,
because it was impossible.
We can escape from the heat from our country to come to enjoy more nice weather.
Yes,
nicer weather here in Mongolia. You can go to Thailand to enjoy warmer, escaping cold to go to Thailand. So I think we can work together, try to identify, try to see what we can do to join our two markets. And definitely you know more than me. I come to Mongolia. I haven't gone up to the countryside that much. Maybe a lot more at the countryside that you can introduce to the market. You can expand more of your product. You know, mountain climbing, maybe good sceneries in which area that you want to promote. Those are the places that we can escape the heat to come here. Or or we can do the joint promotion, like join the program, and well, in Thailand we can also provide you some know-how, how to create value added to your place, your destination, the way we learn in our own way. We learn to be more creative. Maybe we can expand that in the area of technical cooperations. Every year, students, officials from your government go to Thailand to learn, to share, to get knowledge. We can share with them the knowledge on how to be creative in tourism industries, to be creative in probably hospitality industries, services. My ministry, Foreign Ministry of Thailand, has the special department called International Cooperation Department. Every year we provide scholarships to officials of the Mongolian government to go to Thailand to see, to learn whatever the Mongolian side wishes to know.
In my field of work, there was a program in Thailand run by Kung Vikram Kromadit about Asia, where he made by bus travel around Northeast Asia, and there was extended program about Mongolia. And vice versa, I went to your country, met Kung Vikram in Bangkok, and we made interview, and before coming there, to the meeting, I have gone through his book called Be Better Men. And that book was so well written that it is also translated into Mongolian.
Very good, very good.
And all this gives more opportunity to ordinary people to understand as a people what is the problem, what is the concern, happiness.
Yeah, Mr. Vikram, he is a very successful businessman. He is in the private sector. So he has contributed to the good relations between countries. I'm representing government. I'm doing my job promoting government-to-government relations, and that relationship goes down to the population, to the people of Mongolia. The private sectors, they can do more. They can probably help the private sector here they can engage with the private sector in Mongolia and provide some advisory service, or they can provide some scholarship, they can provide help, they can contribute in many ways that the private sector. Kun Vikram himself, he is very familiar with this area China and Mongolia. He's quite an adventurous himself as a person.
Your country was, since the visit of your princess to Mongolia several years ago, you have been creating a model program for school lunch program in Mongolia. Please tell us about that. How is it going on now?
This is very impressive. I was there. I was at this school yesterday.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, a very. I at the beginning I was expecting to see a worse condition than what I saw.
Okay.
When I arrived to the school, I saw a very neat, colorful, very neat, beautiful classrooms, library, painted in such a very attractive way to attract students to come to read in the library. And those are contributions from the Thai private sector, Banpu. They were joining with the headmaster of this school to paint, to beautify the school and make it more a place to be studying in. But as you said about this model program of luncheon for students, this is something that the Princess of Thailand attached very importance to. In her lifetime, she has been contributed to students. She had devoted her life into education, promoting education opportunities for those who are less opportune students. Especially in students, she has her own luncheon program in Thailand and successful projects, many successful projects. So we have know-how, we have established best practices that we can share with Mongolia. And this school is one of the good examples. Students are on hands to be able to, the concept is not to provide cash or provide money, but to provide know-how, cash and know-how, so that the students can be self-sustained, can they learn how to help themselves.
I understand being a nomad, herdsman, we used to deal only with the animal husbandry.
Yes.
Then in this Altumbulaksom, I understand they start to
grow crops. They grow crops like potatoes, carrots, onions. They have 3-4 champion products that they have already accumulated enough to survive the whole year. That's yesterday they showed me the storage room underneath the ground so that they can store foodstuff, vegetables, so that they can survive the winter.
And they do.
They do survive the winter in a very good way. They manage to survive the winter until they have some extra crops to be sold into the market.
And they do.
They do, and then they can have cash.
Extra income.
Extra income, so that they can.
That's good.
They can self-sustain themselves. This is the beginning, which I think is the right direction that they are going. Because if they can make use of the market system, they make some extra crops so that they can get some more income.
This is a good case where other sons can learn, because
I would imagine.
Otherwise, people leave, because not everything is sustainable. They leave the place and they come to Ulaanbaatar city. It's so crowded.
Exactly. This is what I think we should build on this. Add value to this project. Maybe we can provide some assistance in technical assistance in analyzing or try to increase, the value of the crops. For example, instead of growing potato only, we should start growing strawberries. We should start growing raspberry or some other high value products, economic products, economic crops, so that they can make more money when they go to sell in the market. Now, this has been done in Thailand before successfully, so that the hill tribes, normally they grow opium. Now they grow this sort of more expensive economic crops, like strawberries. They can sell strawberries in the market at a higher price. And they don't have to run away from the police. They can manage to get rich by selling this high value crop. So they become well off. They improve their own condition drastically until they don't need to grow opium. This project is what we call substitution crops. introduced by the royal family, the previous king, Rama IX. She's the one that championing this project because it was during the triangle, the golden triangle. Most of the crops grown over there are opiums. So day by day, year by year, after this project has become successful of substitution crop, it's been switched, and many countries had followed this model to solve the narcotics problem in their own country by not introducing this is a concept of very modest. It's a modest concept. We don't need to use big budget, but we need to improve on the attitude of the people. Try to change their attitude. The attitude change behavior change condition of life. So
we have such a big land, so there is
and you can grow a lot of crops with this kind of weather.
Yeah, we should more promote your case in Altanbulagsum.
The Department of International Cooperation provide this kind of scholarship for government officials of Mongolia to study in Thailand, to go and have a look at the project that I'm talking about. It's become so successful that people are well-to-do. I mean, the hill tribe people.
What is the largest investment so far from Thailand to Mongolia?
It's the energy power mining. Banpu is the one. Banpu, interestingly, this is the first-class investor business group in Thailand. Banpu is quite famous, and investment that they do in China and Mongolia is by far the largest in the energy sector area. And they had invested, I think, about $1 billion in the projects scattered in Altai area, in this area. And they already invested also several billions in China. So these are the area that the Thai investors are interested in, energy, mining. And also the hospital that you mentioned about. I think the hospital is very interesting. Mongolian doesn't need to go to Thailand to have the treatment. The Thai hospital can come here and then provide service to Mongolian, and it has multiple effect, so that it can also improve the education, medical education, they can provide services. They can give treatment to the people here in Mongolia without traveling costs.
Exactly. Indeed, that's what's happening. Yeah. My last question is about current situation in your country. Now the election is coming.
It's coming.
And the military is kind of supporting what's happening. And who will be the major runner in this election?
I'm not sure. It's still too early to say. The laws has already been in place. The law governing election, governing the criteria of parliament representatives, the criteria of the Senate. All those laws are in place now. So there will be an opening for registration of political parties at the beginning of next year, in around February. So we can see an election coming in the middle of next year. So by the end of the year, we should see a new government in place.
You have a civic government.
A civic government. Civic or not civic?
That's the question, because civic or not civic, your economy keeps growing.
It's the point. That is my point.
Very much stability.
Civic or not civic, the benchmark, the KPI is economy.
Exactly.
If the economy is good, no one would question what kind of government we have.
That's the question in this country as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for interviewing me.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
За хүн төлөвчтэй өнөөдөр манай дефакто нэвтрүүлгийн зочноор Тайланд улсаас Монголд суугаа онц бөгөөд бүрэн эрхт элчин сайд ноён Пирия Хемпон оролцлоо. Баярлалаа.